You may be wondering, no, scratch that, I'm actually wondering what I'm doing in this video here. The answer is, I made a video yesterday about Super Metroid, no, sorry, Metroid Other M, and what I thought was sort of wrong with it, I suppose, which I like to thought I showed you, really, through various ways. Number one being the fact that it didn't please me very much. I expressed this quite well by flinging the disc across the room. Sorry, I'm doing some sequence breaks in here. Don't mind me. Neat, huh? We're getting the wave beam early, because it saves me some time later. Anyway, so you're asking me what is actually wrong with Metroid Other M. I give you this game as my rebuttal. This game is everything that is wrong with Metroid Other M. This game is absolutely everything that Metroid Other M isn't. Now, oh shit, here, there we go. Now, I mean, there's only so much I can actually explain, really, without going into stupid detail of what is wrong with Metroid Other M. I mean, excuse me, just gotta kill this man. Whee! Try not to lose some HP. I mean, when you're actually reviewing a product, you need to really go over what you like, what you dislike, and provide decent sort of analytical assessment of it, a decent evaluation, and a conclusion. I mean, that's not particularly difficult. I liked this, I didn't like this, it had good bits, it had bad bits, and this is why I think this. I mean, that's not a difficult sort of concept, really. And then, I actually come to think, what's wrong with Metroid Other M? And I honestly, I don't think I can do the standard what I like about it and what I don't like about it, because there's such a glaring issue with Metroid Other M that just, it's like the elephant in the room, but so the elephant just sort of sitting there and looking at you, it's busy like shitting over your carpet, and you have to sort of talk to this elephant and sort of like, well, elephant, why do you shit on my carpet? It doesn't really respond, really, it just vomits in the corner and passes out drunk. And you just gotta ask, was all that necessary? Did you really need to bring this elephant into my house, which will then puke and vomit on my carpet? Of course, that elephant in question is Metroid Other M. But I suppose that will not, in fact, cover it. So let's get down to the nitty-gritty. Metroid Other M is a poor game because... Firstly, it's a poor game because the combat is poor. The combat has reduced buttons. It's not very good. You're certainly limited because of the sort of D-pad on the Wii, which is not very good. You also have 2 buttons, as opposed to the 6 you get on the Super Nintendo, which I'm using now. Oh, come off it, really? So, that immediately limits your combat system. You have to fire missiles by pointing the Wii remote at the screen, for Christ's sake. That is terrible. That is such exceptionally bad design, I don't even know where to start. Like, that just makes me just think, what were they doing before that? Like, who thought that'd be a good idea? Let's take a really good established mechanic of pushing a button to access, here we go, to access our missiles, right? Oh, no, I should go the quick way back. Sorry, balls this, I'm getting a shortcut. I just realised I'm going the wrong way. Let's take a really good mechanic that works fine, and then fuck it up properly, using a terrible mechanic. I mean, the Wii remote is a poor controller at the best times, okay? I mean, it is a very poor controller at the best times. You are making things worse on purpose. For what reason? Okay, no idea. And so, that's bad. The fighting mechanics, okay, I mean, they're passable. I mean, it's not Metroid. I mean, let's be honest, it really isn't Metroid. But it does the job. Yeah, you can push a weird, dodgy button to do an automatic shot fireage. I guess that's pretty cool. I guess. Yeah. I'm not a massive fan, but whatever. I mean, it works, and then you beat up stuff with cool wrestling moves and shit like that. Yeah, I guess. So... the combat's okay. I mean, it'd be unfair to say it was poor, but it's certainly not great. You know, let's use numbers. I hate using numbers, but fuck it. I hate Metroid Other M, so let's actually make a point. If you're going to number the combat, you'd number it a 5. It's very average. It's not particularly great. It's certainly no this. You don't have the fluid controls. So meh. Okay, let's move on to the next point then. The sort of exploration side of it. The exploration's poor, mainly because you're locked into a linear experience. You can't go in the same direction as you can. It's kind of like a weird 3D sort of mixer. Go away. Let me just deal with this guy. Try and take a shortcut again, sorry. Go away, go away, go away. There we go. So you're trying to do this weird sort of pseudo 3D 2D where you're using just the D-pad. Imagine using just a D-pad in a 3D plane doesn't work very well. So most of the time they force you on some weird sort of line for the majority of the game where you're told where to go. It's, again, it's not awful, I guess, but it's not this. I mean, I've been sequence breaking this run all over the place earlier. I mean, that's what's fun about it. Like, being able to sequence break and do stuff out of order is great. You don't get a lot of that in Metroid Other M. I mean, even Metroid Prime had some of that. I mean, you could do stuff out of order. It's fun. You could use bomb jumping, and you could use wall jumping, all sorts of things. That's kind of neat, you know? Right. Ugh. Sorry, I had to concentrate there. Donk. I would not win on a speedrun, let's put it that way. I'm getting relatively quick, but anyway. So yeah, combat's dull, but what are you going to do? Exploration is linear, what are you going to do? I mean, excuse me, come through, don't care. There we go. And then you get to the real crux of the problem, which is where most people seem to have an issue with Metroid Other M that I have to mention. I mean, how could you mention a review without it? The main problem with Metroid Other M is Samus. Now, I wouldn't mind if Metroid Other M was, I guess, not a Metroid game, and released as misogynistic garbage Other M. Okay, that's fine. You release as misogynistic garbage Other M, it's not my problem, I don't care. That's fine. I guess you have an audience for that kind of thing? Sure, release it. I don't have to buy it. But instead they didn't. They made it a Metroid game. Now, they've just changed the character we all know and love, in this case Samus, who has, even though she's quiet, you know, even though she's strong, quiet, gets on with things, has her own personality, distinct personality that you've grown attached to over the years. Now, silly story, but growing up, Samus was cool to me. Like, how was I, 6 when this game came out, maybe, I think, yeah, 6. And this is one of my first real big Nintendo games that I played, and really loved. It came along with a copy of Link to the Past. Now, not only is Link to the Past pretty excellent, but this came with Metroid! Oh, I got double for the best. Well, my dad bought it, actually. My dad bought Link to the Past and this, whatever. And I played it when he wasn't playing it. Point still stands. And Samus was kind of like a childhood hero. Like, in the fact that, or childhood heroine, I should say. In the fact that she was cool, she could do, look at all the stuff she could do. She could explore planets and didn't give a crap. She was super strong, and she killed baddies, and I loved her, and she was fantastic. I think the same now. I think it's a real... Oh, no, son. No, no, no. I'm not doing this. Hold on. This bit's a pain in the ass. Thank you. That's another thing I love. I can turn off power-ups. Castlevania lets you still do this, which is great. I can turn off my high jump boots in areas that are crappy with high jump boots. Yes. Look at that. Look at that. That's just wonderful. Wonderful gameplay. This game is amazing. This game truly is amazing. But my point is getting lost. Like, Samus was like a pretty much childhood heroine, like I said. You know, she was fantastic. She was super strong. Did lots of cool stuff, and I respect Samus as a character. I don't think that's particularly outrageous to say. I mean, Samus is a cool character. Nothing wrong with that. No, sounds good. Then imagine my horror when I see what Metroid Other M has done to Samus. Instead of the super strong, incredibly awesome character, we suddenly have some crying, post-traumatic stressed lady who just can't do anything. Like, what's that about? Is this the room with the thing in? No, it's not. Like, Samus cannot do anything without Adam telling her to. This is... I mean, you could overanalyze Metroid Other M until the bloody cows came home, but point still stands, it does look a bit shady when, oh, Adam, I can't do anything, please help me, Adam. Please, what do I do, Adam? It's okay, Samus, I'm here for you, rah, rah. And it really does sound like a really bad, macho, like, fanfiction, that the man is in charge, I must now do. I'm sorry, did this turn to Bizarro World when I wasn't looking? Did Samus suddenly turn into some sort of weird, freakish, like, not character or something? Because I clearly missed something here. What balls this? Because something bizarre is at play. Look. Just think about it. You've played through many games. Like, how many Metroid games have you gone through in general? Sorry, quick cut there. Disasters happened. So you've gone through many Metroid games, yeah? There's lots of mainline Metroid games, at least 7, 8, I think, altogether, including the primes and whatnot. And has Samus ever come across to you as someone who would be like a snivelling coward who'd let her colleagues die, or could not face a situation alone, or couldn't do anything unless told to by a man? Because unless I've missed something along the line, that's not Samus. No, that's not Samus. Now that really makes any sense. Just saying. Like, I don't know who that blonde chick is doing the thumbs down with the really horrible, unskippable cutscenes, but that's not the girl we have standing in front of us here now, is it? No. No, it's not. And it really makes me sad to think about that, because Metroid Other M really could have been a good game. It really could have been. But we were just left with absolute misogynistic garbage. I mean, I need to go over a few spoilery points, so warning, Metroid Other M spoilers, you actually plan on playing this junk. Carry on, I guess. Ooh, I want goodies from you. Thank you. Cheers, excuse me. Like I said, if you're actually planning on playing this junk, please skip ahead. Where are we? There we go. Oh shit, there we go. Sorry, I had to do a quick wall jump there. Samus lets her colleague die because of, like, being scared of Ridley. Now, that's ridiculous, for starters. Samus has dealt with Ridley many, many times over the series, and never once has done more than or grr, or sort of got on with it, really. And the first time you give her a voice, she has to turn into a crying, snivelling, post-traumatic stress disordered coward. I mean, PTSD is a real thing, sure, but do you think that would affect a super warrior who's kind of, you know, been through rigorous training, is genetically enhanced, dealt with the same monster many, many times without any issues, really? Bear in mind, this is the monster that killed her parents, right? That same monster hasn't really made her break down before. She just sort of gone on and killed him, because that's the sort of person she is. She gets on with stuff. Yes. Yeah, sorry. I know it's nice in there, but I can't bother to get it. It's just jump us way up here. Oh, might as well look in here, actually. May as well get the goodies while we're here. Which, of course, is going to make me fall all the way back down. Yeah, so, I mean, I could really bitch about that all day, but... Actually, in fact, I might continue bitching. Let's continue bitching about the actual character while we're here, because it's tragic. Like, the big one that you've probably all heard before, but the one that really ragged me off is the stupid... the sort of the heat room, if you like. I don't know how many of you watched Clyker's LP of Metroid Other M, but there's a certain room in the game where you've got to go through a heated segment. You see the suit I got on? The orange suit? The Varia suit. Now, Samus doesn't put it on. She doesn't... She just goes through the heat room and almost dies. Is there a good reason for this? There is not a good reason for this. Like, there is no reason actually given, other than the fact that Adam didn't tell me to. So, Samus doesn't put on her life-saving bit of, kit, essentially. Or, for some reason, turned it off, because the man told her not to? Ugh, for God's sake. Ugh. I mean, that's just... shocking, is probably the word I'd use there. What have you done to this character? Like, that doesn't even make any sense. No one would put themselves through a life-threatening situation when they're not even technically under the command of this person, just temporarily. That's not her CO anymore, by the way. Although for some reason you're pretending it is now. Because, it's under his jurisdiction, and of course, that means you have to obey all orders. Not that you're a separate bounty hunter or anything. You know, getting on with stuff. No. Of course not. So dumb. Jesus. Just staggeringly stupid. Staggeringly stupid. I could go much more detail into Metroid Other M. But frankly, I don't particularly want to at this point. Metroid Other M is a bad game. It has mediocre combat. It has a terrible story. It has extremely poor pacing. It has the most absurd character assassination I've ever seen in a game. We're talking something so bad that you actually question, is this the same character? That's pretty extreme. You've got pretty bad voice acting, terrible cutscenes, they're all unskippable, and just generally, you're not paying for a Metroid game, you're paying for something completely different. Do I want this? Yeah, why not? So, instead, I'm going to fill up a little bit more time with just going through and talking about what I like about Super Metroid instead. Oh god, not doing this. No. I can do this without the grappling hook, but I'm not going to. It'd be painful. Some of the main things I love about this game, the fact, other than the fact it's completely timeless, is the sequence breaking, the fact I can pretty much go, as long as you can wrangle it most ways, you can go anywhere you want, you can explore anywhere you like. The music's fantastic. I mean, Metroid Other M barely had any music at all, and the music it did have was either rehashes or relatively poor. Nothing wrong with rehashes, but look at Metroid Prime. Metroid Prime has some absolutely wonderful music. All of its own. It reuses some music, but does it in its own way. Other M just, oh, stick the Ridley theme in there. Cool, stick the boss theme in there. Yeah, it works. Great. Great, well done. Well done. You should be very proud of yourselves. Ugh. Whatever, I'm getting too upset. But it's just the feeling of exploration in this is great. You have a whole planet at your fingertips. Not many games do that. Really, not many games do. You can do whatever. That's what you feel like. In 1994, when you cracked this bad boy out, this game was huge. It came with a huge player's guide. It was amazing. All this stuff you could do. Outstanding. You loved it. Well, most people loved it anyway. Ugh, wrong way. Of course, some of us completely forget the way we're supposed to be going. Speedrunning, I cannot do. I mean, I'm doing it relatively quickly. I haven't even saved, but still not particularly efficient, is it? Oh, excuse me. And if I remember right, I think there's a way to go down here. Of course, if I remember wrong, I'm going to have to do this again. Let's hope I remember right. It'd be much cooler if I did. No, don't bomb it. Just go down. This is not the way I want to go, I don't think. It might be. Let's find out. I think I've got to go down the other bit. I'm just wondering if I can sequence break it here. I think I can, actually. I actually sequence broke earlier by getting the wave beam much quicker than I should have been, which was kind of neat. And it's something you can do really easy as soon as you play the game once, you know. Yeah, am I in the right place? Let's find out. I think I've gone the wrong way. I need to go get the grappling hook, you see, but I think I may have buggered it up and gone the wrong way slightly by trying to be clever, which I'm not being clever at all. Just doing it wrong. I do apologise. Metroid Other M makes me so angry I can't even think properly. I think I can cheese it this way though, so it should be okay. Of course, I could be completely wrong, but we'll find out shortly. No, I'm in the right place. Oh, there's a boss here. Yes. Down we go. Oh man, this guy's a real asshole. But I mean, the boss. Actually, to be fair to it, the bosses of Other M are actually pretty cool. There's a couple of rehashes in there, which I thought was pretty silly. Yeah, I know you're upset. Oh, back you go. Hang on. Come on, open your mouth. Yeah. This guy was really tough back there. This was a really tense fight. You got quite sweaty. I mean, if you've never done this before, this was hard. I mean, look at this guy. He's intimidating. He's all like rah rah, and he's shooting shit at you, and you don't know what he is, and he sucks, and you're in a really crazy place you've never been exploring before. But there's new goodies down here. What can I explore? The sense of exploration in this game is really fantastic. Come on, Crocomire. Back you go. Back you go. Come on, the people want to see you burn. Whee! There we go. I always found this pretty unpleasant, actually. Ooh. Oh dear. That looks exceptionally unpleasant. Excellent. Now, of course, the first time you play this, of course, you're wandering over here, and you're like, oh, what do I do? 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 I'm just yabbering on, really, I am. So, sorry, you're essentially just watching me play a game I like. I'm just talking crap now. Oh, hello. And you think, oh god, the boss is out again. No, you ready, shoot me. He's dead. Not quite sure how he flew. Nor how he... Not quite sure how he got out of there either, I mean... Whatever, 'tis not mine to judge. Oh, my shine spark's the wrong way. Yeah, I need to practice doing this. In fact, I may just cheat. This is not the right way to do it. I mean, what you're supposed to do really is go get the grappling hook, but... I dislike the grappling hook. I've got to go get it anyway, but if I can get the energy tank now and not bother with it later, so be it. Whee! Now we'll lose a little bit of HP, like half a tank, it's not a problem. Okay, that was dumb. I should have shot up a bit higher. Never mind. There we go. So, I don't even know what I'm talking about now, I was just talking about bosses. I've gone way off the topic of what I was actually supposed to be talking about. I'm deeply sorry. Like, those of you who actually wanted a coherent argument to why Other M sucks, it's, you probably need to go elsewhere, to be honest. Just in my opinion, that it's just... The short version, I suppose, is it breaks a character. It breaks a character and makes a very poor game, and a poor attempt at doing so. So there. Or alternatively, you take the disc, you chuck it in the Wii, it doesn't fit, and you throw it across the wall. It's what you do with crap. And you leave it there. Then you put in a better game like this one. And you play it. Yeah.